Anna's a young woman who, she's a young single mother.
Snap! Oh, curses!
She's a great mum, you know, she does really appreciate the role of being a mother, and she enjoys it. But she's lonely, and she ends up becoming involved with one of her best friend's partners.
Jem absolutely adores Anna.
Do you think she's pretty?
What?
Prettier than me?
I don't think, you know, for a minute she would think that Anna was capable of sleeping with her husband behind her back.
Jem, what is it? Is it something I've done? Is it? She's doing this the whole time, or just doing this and being very blinkered. She does the thing that a lot of grown-ups do. She tries to turn off the noise, doesn't she? She tries to find the silencer, and that is George.
George is a man who falls in love with his next-door neighbour, and is, throughout the course of the film, is prepared to leave his wife and child for her. Where the hell have you been?
Sorry, the meeting went on longer than expected. I couldn't get away.
It's all yours now. So I merrily go along, imagining, and this love blooms in my imagination.
Stop.
You have a gorgeous arse.
Just stop it!
But actually, she's turned away from me. And what is great doing it is that Anne-Marie is such a great actress. She really is. She just gives absolutely, she just supports whatever you're doing.
Her performance in this film is truly wonderful. And its main strength is that we care about her throughout this story. Stephen and Fiona. Stephen played by Ralf Little, Fiona played by Christine Bottomley. You know, on the surface, we don't come to them, they're not in crisis, they're not rowing, but from the very beginning of the film we can see that things aren't quite right.
It's only a little thing, but the fact that he walks around naked and she walks around in a nightie and she's cleaning her teeth and she doesn't want him to have a piss while she's cleaning her teeth. It would, at first, you wouldn't notice it, but eventually you'd start to realise that even such a small difference, you'd go, this girl's a little bit more uptight than I am.
Thank you both very much for your help.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Ralf Little is a revelation in this film, playing Stephen.
Thanks for all your help.
He's got an incredible humanity and a naturalness in his performance.
From my point of view, from Stephen's point of view, he's seen Anna and they've chatted at the waiting room and then they walk away.
They are quite affected by this encounter with each other.
It opens her eyes a wee bit and makes her realise, makes her broaden her vision. She has more of a sense of panoramic about life and the possibilities and hope.
Yeah, I suppose it is based on love at first sight, isn't it?
Cut, lovely. Well done, Ralphie.
Because Stephen meets Anna and it makes him think, and also because Fiona says she'd like to have children, it makes him think. And he sort of realises that he's got to do something about it. It's really important to make sure that it's really clear that they are thinking about each other. And one of the ways of doing that was just simply having just a few simple fantasies.
In the middle of the film, the director imposed on us the most ridiculous no. We had to do another fantasy sequence is the dance sequence. Yeah, it was good fun. He's a great dancer, isn't he? Ralph, who knew? He could throw a few shapes. Yeah, he's great.
There was Anna, who he wanted to be with and had this fantasy of being with. And when he was with her, he could do the whole dancing thing, he could be as free and just be himself and get lost in whatever it was he wanted to do. And he could be like that with Anna. And then, of course, when Fiona would turn up, it wasn't horrible, but he didn't have that freedom. It was all a little bit embarrassing and awkward.
The shooting on the train station was my real logistical worry.
When you're working on a low-budget film, it's really guerrilla warfare. You know, you just have to shoot what you can when you can. And we were shooting at a train station in South London where we just had to use real trains coming in and out.
We had a runner on a bridge looking out, looking for the trains, and it had to be a longie. We had to have longie trains.
Guys, we're just hanging on. Next one should be the big one.
So we had to line it all up so that they'd be near some doors. We lined the shot up.
Train!
There's a train! 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 Quick, there's a train coming!
And then when the train came in, they'd have to get on and then get off really quickly.
We had to jump on and off the train to look like we were boarding or getting off the train. Yeah, we just used the live trains. I'm sure all the passengers on the trains must have been completely bemused every time these people jumped on and off.
I have to say, it was incredibly stressful, very funny, and it worked.
This script was written by a genius.
Fortunately, it was plagiarised and ruined by you.
Roger has this amazing energy, you know. He's so keen and he's so... What was so incredible about this project was that he was just... It was in his bones. He'd written it, he was directing it. So it really was his baby.
That's very good walking, Ralphie.
Thanks, lad.
Nice, I like it.
Another great thing is, about him is that he has, he's very funny, and he's got this ludicrous laugh, which I'm sure everyone's going to talk about.
It was about a foot long.
Why am I standing in the middle of this?
Oh, we're grown men.
Well, I think what's nice about this film is it does appeal to a wide range of people.
It's rare in this moment time to have a gentle film, which is so beautifully written, which is witty and humane.
It's refreshing, I think, to see characters like this who, they're not horrible people. They're people who are, you know, working their way through life, you know, as we all are.
It's just full of the stuff of life, really. It's friendships, families, sex, love.
It's just genuinely a film about some normal people making their way through life as best they can and trying to make relationships work and stuff that we all go through every day.
And here we are now, we finished the movie, which we're, you know, I'm very, very proud and very pleased with it. It all fell into place.